Hey guys, MasaeAnela here, and welcome back to another episode of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. In the last episode, we went through our second dungeon, and it went well enough, I think. We didn't have too much trouble. And in this episode, well, now we can lift rocks, that's nice. So that opens up some stuff for us that we're gonna get to a little bit later. But the first thing that I want to hit is actually this.
Well, hey there, got your stuff squared away for right now? I got something interesting to show you. Follow me into the shack.
It's Dampé! We ran into him briefly before, but now it's time to check out what he actually has to offer us. This is a new feature that was introduced in this version of the game, and it's... my opinion is a little bit mixed. You've gone poking into some of the ruins on this island, I can tell. I make little chambers based on those dungeons. Put some chambers into the slab back there and it turns into a real dungeon. How's that work, you ask? Who knows? But I want your help testing the limits of this thing. I want to hear about the dungeons you've seen. It inspires me to make new chambers for you. With a few chambers, you can make basic dungeons. With a bunch, you can make complicated ones. See if you can use what you got to finish the challenges I give you. No, you're not done once you finish arranging a dungeon. You've got to adventure through it too. I'm no designer though, and I'm no adventurer either. That's all up to you. I'll make the risk worth it. Impress me, and there's treasure in it for you. So, yeah, we do get some worthwhile things from participating in this. It won't be super obvious right off of the bat, because right here, we're gonna get our first chamber piece, which is only usable here. So we got some new chambers, slot them into the dungeon and see what's inside. What are you here for? So we have Arrange and Amiibo. We'll get to the Amiibo in just a second. We want to just go ahead and hop right into the arrangement portion. This is essentially just Mario Maker, but it's Zelda Maker and dungeons. But unfortunately, it's not that flexible. I started this one already. Can you finish it? Make a path from the entrance to the Nightmare's lair. There's gotta be a stop along the way for the treasure chest. If a chamber's got an exit, you gotta connect it to another exit. Nobody wants an exit that goes nowhere. Alright, so here it's gonna tell us how to work this. Take the chambers from the menu on the right with A, then swap into the tiles to the left with A. A lot of times you'll want a chamber with a particular set of exits, so that's how I divide them up. You can flip through the list with L and R. So yes, up here, this is the starting room. So the one that he has put down right there is just your basic, entrance. But it does have an exit off to the left. So we have that to work with. The next tab is your boss room tab, which is Moldorm for this one. Okay. Then, as he said, it is divided up into how many exits there are in these rooms, and grouped together by what type of exit they are. So it's actually pretty convenient. All things considered, it's actually pretty easy to work and very easy to figure out. The Nightmare Key is always going to be in the last treasure chest you open. Any extra chests around the dungeon will have rupees and such in them. An exit in a chamber might turn into a locked door or a shutter, depending on which chamber you hook it up to. There are rules for which type of exit gets the right of way. You'll learn them pretty quick as you go, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Okay, we have a 2 exit here. And you see at the bottom here, this has stairs and a locked door, and this has a treasure chest. That's actually going to tell you what features each of these rooms have. So if I wanted to get a treasure chest, there we go, plop that down. Let's see, we can do a 3 exit here and do... I don't want to mess with any locked doors. Sometimes you think you're all set, but a chamber isn't turning from red to blue like it should. When that happens, press Y to check and see what the deal is. So yes, if the room is blue, that means that it's confirmed there's nothing wrong with it, you can proceed. The red ones have something wrong with it. There are unconnected chambers or there are unconnected exits. So it's pretty much just showing me exactly which rooms are a problem and which error goes to which room, which is actually pretty nice. Now, honestly, I think this is a really cool idea. I truly do, but I also just kind of feel like I wish it was a little bit more flexible. I do wish that it was a little bit more flexible than it is, because you don't really get to customize much of what's inside each room. It's just you grab a room and you plop it down and then you move on with your day, essentially. If you don't want something there, you can easily just take it out. Like, I'm actually running into a little bit of brain ouchies here. I'm not great with this sort of creativity, like making levels and designing areas and garbage like that. So honestly, this is not really my cup of tea, which is funny because you'd kind of figure that I do creative stuff all the time. What's the problem? Well, the problem is that my brain don't work that way, unfortunately. My brain is just not as flexible as I would like it to be. Case in point, I'm having a heck of a time figuring out this first stage that should not be an issue, but lo and behold, here we are. I'm having issues. And here we go! I've actually done it. When the entrance lights up green, the job is done. Press A on the entrance to go adventuring through your shiny new dungeon. While you're on your adventure in the chamber dungeon, I'll set you up with all the bombs and such you'll need. After it's over though, you'll have whatever you had before. So anything you use in here doesn't really matter. You don't really need to think about it too much or worry about conserving your resources. Obviously, try not to die, but you can burn through your magic powder and whatever, and you'll be fine. The goal of an adventure in this dungeon is to get to the end and beat the nightmare. Try not to run out of hearts before you get there. So yes, you can also save and quit if you would like. Well, I guess not really save and quit, but you can quit adventuring and go back. If you feel like you're in trouble or what have you. What did I do? I just designed this stupid thing and I can't remember what direction I put everything in. Okay, so, oh, we have these things. Cool. That's not nice. Ooh. Oh, come on! Man, impatience really wasn't my friend right at that moment. So this is going to work exactly like your regular old dungeon. You go through, you grab these chests. Most of the chests will have just rupees in them, but that really only happens after you get your keys and whatnot, so you don't really have to worry about much. You won't get any special items or whatever because, of course, this is just your regular old, hello, see if you can clear it with what you have right now sort of deal, but here we are. Alright, so the last treasure chest that you open in a dungeon will have the nightmare keys. So, now that we have that, we can just go up top and make our way in, and it's Moldorm! I think I took more damage on this time than I did the last time. Oops. So we've cleared that stage. And Dampe is impressed. What a show! There were times I'd swear you had one foot in the grave. I wish I could object to that. A thrill like that deserves something from my collection in exchange. And it's another chamber piece. So for some of these, we will actually get things that help us along the main story. It's not all going to be chamber pieces, but a lot of them are. So you have to really work toward getting the chamber pieces if you are, or work toward getting the good stuff if you really want them. The rupees you found around the dungeon are a little bonus from me. You can keep them once the adventure's over. Watching you down there gave me an idea for a new challenge. It's ready whenever you want it. So, we have seen what arrange does. Adventure just means you get to go through something that you have already created. So, if you so wanted to go through that monstrosity I just made, there it is. But we have Amiibo. What did you have in mind? Store dungeon, receive dungeon, or get special chambers. Chamber. This is the unfortunate, one of the big unfortunate things about the chambers in this game, or rather just this entire function. You can't share your dungeons freely. It's really unfortunate. There is no online system. There are no codes. There is no way to get your friends that are across the country to play your dungeon, short of loading it up on an amiibo and mailing the amiibo to them. Yeah. The only way that you can share your dungeons is by either having them create the same thing block per block, or storing it in one of your amiibos. Take your pick. It's not great. I am a little bit disappointed in that. Because it's such a good idea. It honestly is a fantastic idea, and I love the thought of having a Zelda dungeon maker, you know? in the era of Mario Maker. That sounds really, really cool. But here we are. It clearly was not there yet. I do like to think that this function is meant to be almost like a beta for something in the future, maybe a question mark. That would be super cool. But until we see anything along those lines, this is what we got. But we do have this. This is a special feature. Haha, haha, gimme, gimme. Amiibo confirm. It's now okay to remove the amiibo. We got ourselves the Great Fairies Chamber. So we get some extra special chambers through our amiibo. So there are a few of these. That was one. Here's two. This one's the Moblin Chief's Chamber. The Ball and Chain Trooper's Chamber. The Winged Item Chamber. And the Armos Knight's Chamber. So, you can get 5 different unique chambers for your 5 amiibo. Unique as in you can't get it in the base game. You have to have amiibo to get these 5 chamber pieces. Now, these amiibo have to be Zelda related. Now, the ones that I used were the Skyward Sword Link, the Smash Brothers Link, Toon Link Zelda, Wind Waker Zelda, blah, blah, blah. You know, it has to be different Zelda-related amiibos. I use a Breath of the Wild amiibo and a Ganondorf amiibo. What have you. They just have to be Zelda-related to work here. So now I actually don't know what happens if you scan an amiibo that is not Zelda-related. So, maybe. Question mark. What happens now? Wow, denied. Yeah, so it does straight up have to be a Zelda-related amiibo. Doesn't matter what order it is, doesn't matter what amiibo it is, as long as it's Zelda, you're gonna get the same things every time. But there is one special thing. If you scan in the Link's Awakening amiibo, we get the Plush Shadow Link effect. Cast a terrifying shadow over your dungeon. So the effects essentially give different properties to your dungeon that doesn't really have to do with a specific chamber. So let's go ahead and see what it is that we have now. Placing the basics. See those tiles with the treasure chest and the locked door marks? That's where you put chambers that have stuff in them. You get keys to open locked doors out of treasure chests. Be sure you place enough chests to make it through. Sad to see an adventurer run out of keys. Yes. Some tiles have treasure chest or locked door marks. When you see one of those, you gotta put a chamber on it that has what it wants. So we have to have 2 treasure chests and 1 locked door. What I like to do for this, honestly, is just find... Oh, wow. Oh, 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 that looks terrifying. Oh, goodness. That, yeah, I hate that. Yeah, some of these are gonna be real hard for where I'm at right now, actually. So what I like to do, honestly, is find specifically the pieces that it's asking for. We have a chest in basically every room. Well, let's do this one since we haven't done that yet. You know what? I'm looking at these rooms and I'm like, I don't want to deal with these right now. Maybe we'll do those later. I'm being overloaded currently. Well, we'll do some of the amiibo garbage later. There's so many pieces now. Okay, but the thing that I will do from what we just got, you can toss plus effect panels on any chamber you've already placed to spice it up a little. So, look at that! That looks intimidating. Oh, I can't place it in there. There, we'll just stick that in that room and see where we go. So... let's see how that turns out. Go adventuring. So, locked door right off the bat, because why not? Yep, there he is! He's showing up in, like, the darkest room. Oh, goodness gracious. This is actually, I think maybe this was a mistake. Oh, this was a mistake. Oh, this is a terrible mistake. You know what? Nope, I hate that. Goodbye. And he's still here! He's still here. Yo, chill, dude! You gonna chill? Oh, goodness gracious! Wowee! Oh, dear. Yeah, that was horrendous. Running out of hearts on an adventure isn't the end. Sure, you gotta go back to the start, but the chests and doors you open stay open, and the clock keeps ticking, so get back in there and go for broke. Thankfully, that does not count toward our death counter in the actual, you know, literally the game. So, we still can make our way through, but this is horrendous. This was a mistake. I shouldn't have done this. Okay, I'm safe in here. I'm not safe in here. I'm getting a lot of rupees, though. Oh, goodness gracious. Yo, when are you gonna die? Never? This is actually my first time seeing this. I've never loaded it in before, hence why I was okay with doing it. I did not expect him to do 2 hearts per hit. Wow. Oh, he's actually dead. Nice! Look at all of that! Yo, we got so much stuff. Maybe it was worth it. Maybe it wasn't a terrible idea. Maybe just slightly unwise. Okay, here we go. Open that. For the nightmare key, which means we have survived Shadow Link. That thing was real rude! Yes, this face full of fire that I have to endure. Am I gonna get hit by that? Oh no, it just takes me out. Alright. What a show! There were times I'd swear you'd have 1 foot in the grave, or maybe 2, you know? Maybe I just jumped right into that grave this time. A thrill like that deserves something from my collection in exchange, and we get another chamber piece. I have to admit, the chamber pieces are kind of a disappointment for me. What are you here for? So at this point, if you go into the arrange section, we actually have run out of things to do. There are different levels and they will unlock at various points in the story. So we're gonna have to come back later to actually get to the good stuff. And by then, maybe I'll be less skittish about using the amiibo rooms, which are clearly meant for, you know, late game. So that's Danpei's Chambers. It's wild. It's a wild feature. I wish it did a little bit more, but it is what it is, and it's kind of a nice addition, I guess. There's some strange energy coming out from here. You should take a closer look. So yes, this is hiding underneath of a boulder, and it does nothing. For now. Yeah, it'll do something a little bit later, but we have to sit on that, and we will get to that relevancy another time. But yeah, I kind of have hope that maybe, possibly, sometime in the future, the Zelda Dungeon Maker will actually be a thing. Because that's a really cool concept. I like the thought of it, but it's just, this wasn't it. It was a little bit too watered down, which, I mean, it's a game in a game, right? So what can you expect? Well, how much do you expect out of that? We have a secret seashell underneath of that rock there. So we're doing pretty good on this, actually. Down here, pick this up and go into this house. Hi there, big guy. I'm Crazy Tracy. I've got a little secret for sale that'll pump you up. Will you give me 28 rupees for my secret? Sure. All right, come here now. No, thank you. Stranger danger. No. I've applied my own secret medicine. That's some stranger danger. Please do not touch me, lady. It will take effect when you lose all heart. Drop by again, big guy. Here's some bonus treatment. Behold, your hearts are full. They were already full. I feel ripped off. But yes, that enchantment that she just casted on us is essentially the same thing as a fairy, which in this game, fairies do not resurrect you upon death. Fairies will, they behave more like potions. You have to release them and then it will heal you, but they do not revive you if you've already died. So the way that you get that sort of buff is that you go to Crazy Tracy, you pay her some money, and she'll be like, yo, let me rub this on you. And then, yeah, etc. It's a little bit sketchy. I'm not going to lie. Here we go. I think we can handle doing just a couple more things because I'd like to get some things out of the way that are not related to chamber shenanigans. As interesting as that is, I'd like to have some actual, you know, progress. With this, throw it. Now we can enter this area, and there's a chest all the way over there. We can get that. You can get it. Chomp is not helping. Or Bow Wow, excuse me, it's not Chomp. I know we can do it. Oh, yeah, we did it. And we get 50 rupees. Very nice. Chomp, you know, that's actually a very... Oh, this is actually kind of unfortunate. Maybe I should not have done this. I feel like that's the theme for this episode is... I shouldn't have done that. The episode. Oh, I did it! I did it! Okay. We have 3 hearts left. I'm not dead. I'm not currently dead. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. Not officially, anyway. Now, the next place that I want to go to is up this way. Please don't fall down random holes, Link! Don't have much health to play with. You guys remember this place? We got some rupees out of that chest a little bit ago. There's a couple of episodes, I think. Well, now that we can lift these skull things, we can actually crack this open for another 50 rupees. We're swimming in it, which is great because I have things that I want to buy. Heading directly south from that log up there, we have the stairs going down. Very neat. Can I lift these? Give me hearts. Give me hearts. Give me hearts. 1 rupee that I cannot get. Thanks. All right. Oh, we can come over here and light this torch.
Hey, kid, you woke me up from a fine nap. Thanks a lot, but now I'll get my revenge. Are you ready? I'll let you carry more magic powder. Are you ready?
No.
Okay, I'll let you carry more bombs.
So, yeah. This is kind of like, you know, that dude in Paper Mario that's like, yo, I'm gonna curse you! But he actually helps you out. This is basically that. But, you know, technically it came out a lot earlier. But it's kind of interesting. You can choose what you want from him. It's either bombs, arrows, or magic powder. Which, I think for the first one, I'm going to go for the magic powder.
You deserve it. Now look at all that junk you have to carry. Ha! Take care. See you again.
He needs to chillax. All right, well, we have more magic power now. And when I say more, I mean more. We have 40 magic power. I wanted to magic powder his butt. Thank you, Bow Wow, for ruining everything. So yeah, we have a lot of magic power to play with. It's fantastic. I was a little bit concerned about using it willy-nilly before, but now that we have this, I'm no longer feeling as though I need to conserve it. And it basically just sets things on fire too. So, you remember this place? Yeah, it's been a while since we've been here. Well, now we can get this heart piece, which is awesome because I was low on hearts. I was a little bit concerned about, you know, actually dying. Oh, I think there's only one more thing here in the Mysterious Forest that I really want to get, and it's pretty simple to find. Right here is another boulder that we can lift now that we have swole arms. And we get a secret seashell! Secret seashell in this chest. Yes. Alright, so we have done quite a bit, actually. We've gotten all of the collectibles that I care to get in the Mysterious Forest and otherwise at current moment. So, we're gonna end things off here in peaceful Mabe Village. In the next episode, there's still a few more things that I want to poke around and do before we give Bow Wow back to his rightful owner. So, I will see you guys then. MasaeAnela out.